Imagine this. You leave for vacation, sun, beaches, peace of mind. And when you come home, you find out your life has been stolen. Not your jewelry, not your car, your actual house. It's gone. On paper, it's not yours anymore. And legally, you're trespassing in your own home. I'm Linda, one of the Ragona Sisters, and around here, we keep it real. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe because today, I'm breaking down one of the most shocking cases of mortgage fraud I've ever seen. And more importantly, I'm showing how to protect yourself before it's too late. You're going to want to hear every single word of this episode to protect yourself from the rampant fraud happening that could cost you more to fight than what you actually have in your savings account. So here's the story. My client, a middle-aged woman, living in a beautiful home in the GTA, valued at about $1.5 million. Mortgage-free, no debt, she goes away on vacation. When she comes back, there's a letter in the mail. A welcome package from a home insurance company. Except it wasn't for her. It was for the new homeowner. She opens it, reads it, her stomach drops. Fraudsters had transferred the title of her home into some guy's name. She never even heard of this guy. She never even sold the house. And upon a lawyer investigation, this fraudster took out a massive mortgage against the property. $600,000 more than the current value. So it was assessed at $2.1 million, but the property was only worth $1.5 million. So while she was away relaxing, someone legally hijacked her home. And here's the more troubling part. When I pulled the MLS history of the property, all the past data on the sales history was gone, wiped clean. This was a complicated, multi-layered fraud ring. Call me gullible, but I was shocked. Shocked that in Canada, with all our checks and balances, something like this could even slip through the cracks. Shocked that trusted professionals were tied up in all this. And shocked that the woman who did everything right, who paid off her home, kept her finances clean, could have her entire life hijacked in a matter of weeks. That's not just fraud, that's a living nightmare. Imagine standing in your home you lived in for years, and on paper, it's not even yours. So technically, you are trespassing. This was a sophisticated fraud ring, and the lawyers caught up in all of this, not some shady basement operators. These were established law offices right here in Toronto. Either they failed on their due diligence, or maybe, just maybe, the crime was so well put together that not even a true professional with today's protocols was able to detect. The fallout? She's in court right now. She'll likely get her title back, but the legal bills are estimated between $100,000 to $150,000. And she may never recover that legal bill. And just to add, the fraudsters also stole her corporation that had a few $1,000,000 in it. That's not just a bad situation, guys. That's life-shattering. Mortgage fraud isn't just one unlucky homeowner. It's actually a growing national crisis. And Canadians, they know it. A brand new national survey of 2,000 Canadians by Polier's Strategic Insights found that about 78% of Canadians believe mortgage fraud creates an unfair market, tilting the playing field against honest buyers. 64% said it's actually fueling higher home prices. Think about that. Fraud isn't just robbing individuals, it's pushing costs up for everyone. So let's not forget, guys, when buyers get creative documents to get approved for more home, that's fraud as well. So more than half of Canadians, about 58% of them, said they're worried about mortgage fraud. Among people planning to buy within 5 years, that number jumps to 65%. And shocker, the concern highest here is in the province of Ontario. 8 to 10 Ontarians feel that fraud is creating an unfair market. Canadians also want action. Many say that CRA should play a role in prevention, like letting lenders and brokers verify income directly with the tax agencies. People are saying loud and clear, they want fair, more transparent system that protects honest buyers. And they want our liberal government to get tougher on crime. The crime happening in this province is frankly disgusting. Fraud undermines trust, it erodes confidence, and it dries up costs for everyone through higher insurance premiums, higher legal fees, and ultimately higher housing costs. Now let me break down how this scam worked. First, identity. The fraudsters assumes the homeowner's identity, likely with stolen ID and access to other stolen personal information, and probably AI generated fakes. Second, professional negligence, or worse, complicity. The lawyer on the file may not have verified who they were dealing with. The case is still ongoing, so I can't make any factual remarks on this area. Third, title manipulation. They registered the property into their own names, no sale, just a fraudulent transfer of ownership. And when I say they got transferred in their own name, we don't even know if this person on title is actually the true person that was the fraudster. Now, number 4, the cash out. They slapped a massive mortgage on the house. Who knows what happened after that? And this ultimately leaves the rightful owner in shambles. So let's be clear. Fraudsters don't actually want the house. They want the money they can pull out of that house. The fraudsters obviously don't plan to pay the mortgage. They just vanish. The lender will eventually try to force power sale, but by then, the fraudsters have already cashed out and took off. It's a fact that some fraud rings use over-leveraged mortgages to launder criminal proceeds. They take the clean money out of the mortgage system while the collateral is left with the lenders, and it's their problem. If a lender, appraiser, or real estate agent signs off on inflated values, lenders assume it's legitimate. And since the house exists and the title is clean, the fraud isn't obvious until the rightful owner steps in. And here's the cruel irony. Homes without mortgages are the easiest targets. There's no bank keeping watch, no lender monitoring title. A clean property is like an open vault. Now, let's talk about why this problem is exploding. AI. 10 years ago, a fake ID was obvious. They were grainy, they were blurry. Today, fraudsters can generate flawless government IDs with AI. They can clone a voice, they can build synthetic credit histories that look real, even deepfake video calls, and most systems can't detect the difference. This is the problem. That means the old trust the paperwork approach doesn't cut it anymore. Mortgage professionals across the country say buyers are more nervous, lenders are more cautious, deals take longer to close. Why? Because trust has broken the system. So let's get practical. What can we do to protect ourselves? Because that's very important. Well, number 1, title insurance. It's actually mandatory to get when buying a home in Canada. It's not optional anymore, guys. Title insurance is your shield against fraudulent transfers, forged documents, or liens you never signed for. It's a small one-time cost and it's worth every single penny. Number 2, register an instrument on title. This is very big. If your home is mortgage free, consider putting a line of credit against it, even if you never use it. Why? Because the bank now has an interest in your property and banks monitor title changes very aggressively. Fraudsters know this. They avoid properties with liens because they're riskier. We tell all our clients who buy a home with cash about registering an instrument like this on title for protection against fraud. Number 3, monitor your property. Order a title search once a year or even 2 times a year. Keep an eye out for suspicious mail like unexpected insurance letters or bank statements. If something feels off, act immediately. Number 4, guard your identity. Check your credit reports regularly. That's also important. And be careful with your personal information online. Because remember, most real estate fraud starts with stolen IDs. Number 5, choose your professionals wisely. Just don't shop for cheapest price in the market. Work only with lawyers and agents who have a strong identity verification process. Ask them directly how they confirm who they're dealing with. Because here's the thing, the woman in the story will eventually get her title back and a long legal bill. She'll easily rack up 6 figures because she's going after every single professional involved, including the fraudster. But I hope she successfully sues everyone who knowingly were involved in this fraud. So let me leave you with this. Mortgage fraud is real. It's rising and it's costing Canadians, not just financially, but emotionally. But you're not powerless. With the right protections and regular monitoring, you can help make yourself a much harder target. So, is mortgage fraud fueling Canada's housing crisis? The numbers say yes, but you don't have to be another victim. Staying educated and informed can help you from becoming the next victim. If you found this video helpful, hit subscribe. It helps get this content to more people who need to hear it, especially the seniors who have their homes paid off. And unfortunately, they are big targets of fraud. If you have any questions about the GTA, we're here to chat. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you watched till the end, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.